Let us seek honor together, my friend.
I heard a rumor that there is a strange and mysterious jewel crafting device hidden in the aqueducts of the Daugr Oasis. I have a mind to go search for it myself. Don't worry, I won't go alone. I'm sure I'll find someone to show me around. It's even harder than I remembered, Ed. I'm afraid I'm growing weak. I need a drink and a bath. And something to keep the sun off. Or maybe just a nice cool jewel to put on my forehead. That will fix everything.
Hey, mister. I got some new things. You should take a look. I may look small, but I'll hurt you if you try to steal from me.
You said you lived with your father when old Tristram burned. Tell me about him.
My father was a diplomat. We had a manor in Chaldeum with servants, terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the Troubles started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it would blow over, though.
Did it?
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind. I've work to see to. I can tell by the look in your eye that you're not going to leave it alone. You want to hear what happened to my father?
You hold too many things in, blacksmith. You should be free with your passions, good or ill.
Right, well. My father tried to dispel the rumors about my grandfather. No one would listen. Then one night, a week later, crazed refugees from Tristram came for revenge. I remember my father screaming for us to get out. Nasty laughter. A lot of it. Just before justice shoved me out the window, I saw my father crawling up the stairs at me. 2 daggers in his back, and a third whipping round his throat.
Did you take your revenge on the men that did this to your father?
For years I wanted to, but the refugees moved on. Vanished. So I left revenge behind and got on with my life.
I have never been outside the city my entire life. I have never even been outside the palace. When they threw us out here, I thought I would die. I was terrified. But now, look at this view. I have never understood how large the world actually was. It is beautiful.
Most of my items have almost no blood left on them.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid one last time. As the shepherd watches over his flock, so shall I care for those who seek to protect us.
Here we are. Chaldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench on the air.
We will split up. You two find Belial, and I will hunt his servant Maghda. Cain will be avenged. Guard, where do these refugees come from?
I am not a guard. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Maghda's Coven, but even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
As it happens, I am hunting Maghda. Where do I find her?
She's heading toward Alcarnus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Kasim outpost. All of these people have fled from the cultists in Alcarnus. They are refugees far from their homes.
Why can't they enter the city?
The Imperial Guard lets no one in. These people are sentenced to a slow death. The Iron Wolves were mercenaries, until we helped the Zakarum priests find the successor to the first Emperor Hakan. We became the Emperor's personal guard after that. But everything changed a few months ago when the first refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
Have you heard? Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here with the rest of us.
There is some justice in this world after all.
Justice? They're a load of pompous fools. But even they don't deserve what's coming tonight.
What happens tonight?
They're wearing jewels worth more than any of us see in a year. And they have to sleep sometime.
This gate leads to Alcarnus. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Kasim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Kasim outpost, seek out Captain David.
I find all sorts of things down in the aqueducts. I like the shiny ones the best.
Many of my banished peers have fled for Lut Gholein. Not I. I shall wait for our Emperor to come to his senses.
Very noble, my lady. So it has nothing to do with the last caravan leaving 10 minutes ago?
What impudence! How dare you even speak to me?
Apologies, my lady. You'd best take up your concerns with the Emperor.
Alcarnus is being destroyed by the Coven. I've seen people skinned alive.
The inner city is closed by order of His Eminence, Emperor Hakan II. For now, you must all remain here.
Let us in! We are dying of hunger and thirst. Can't you smell the stench of death?
The Emperor has forsaken us.
Back, or we will force you back.
The Imperial Guard would let us die here. At least the Iron Wolves try to aid us.
Mention them again, and I will leave your corpse for them to find.
We need to be within the safety of the city walls!
Why does the Emperor keep us out here in the filth? The Emperor must listen.
Life in the Borderlands was hard, but we had our dignity. We came here for help, and how do they treat us? Like animals.
Demons ravage the deserts. Our villages are...
In Chaldea, color means wealth. You don't want to look like a peasant, do you? Why not purchase some of my dyes and give yourself a little color?
Teriel and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Maghda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldean while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Good. Learn what you can while I hunt Maghda.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Maghda's trap.
Maghda will pay for her wickedness.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
No, they will die. I have come to kill them and their leader.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you. There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
The cultists couldn't kill me before, and they won't now. But I thank you for the warning.
She looks different than anyone we have seen. Her skin is as soft and smooth as polished ivory, and her eyes, they... No.
Why are you two whispering over there?
No reason.
Maghda will pay for her wickedness.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
No, they will die. I have come to kill them and their leader.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you. There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
The cultists couldn't kill me before, and they won't now. But I thank you for the warning.
She looks different than anyone we have seen. Her skin is as soft and smooth as polished ivory, and her eyes, they... No.
Why are you two whispering over there?
No reason.
Not enough fury.
Stay back. They're in the rocks.
Careful. They are very near to us.
No one is here. The way is blocked.
You should never have demons are racing on your bones.
I've missed killing these cultists before. Come on then!
How did you know about the ambush?
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
I am grateful for your aid. What really brings you to these lands?
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
Captain, from behind!
Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
Are there more Lacuni on the road to Alcarnus?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there.
The world is a safer place.
There is another illusion here. The cultists tried to hide their footsteps, but their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and halt the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
Not enough fury.
The light grows stronger.
Look, more hidden footprints.
The Dune Thresher is an elusive being with a tremendous capacity for bloodshed. It lurks beneath the sands, rising up to seize prey in its jaws and rend the body until it is but sinew and gore.
Look, more hidden footprints. This is one of the cultist's lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside. Part of the illusion.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 Lords of Hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Juriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
Akarat bless you.
I'd lost all hope.
Bless you.
Look, more hidden footprints.
It seems that the Fallen are indeed creatures of demonic origin. The old heraldic tale claims they were once powerful servants of the mythical Asmodan. They purportedly aided him in his battle against the prime evils, and Diablo later punished them by twisting them into the small, stupid forms they now possess.
More fury. Your gavel smiles on me.
We were ambushed in the cave. Help the others.
Take that! There's no time to talk. My brothers need us.
Stay strong! I won't let you die while I still stand!
But there's no time for pleasantries. Save my men. They're scattered in this cave.
I'll help. I'm all right.
You need your strength. And stop bleeding. Everyone's accounted for. Or dead. All right, men. Finish patching up these two and let's get out of this damned pit.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Another ambush!
Thank you for your help.
A mighty
Need
adversary.
more time. Not enough fury.
Look, more hidden footprints. This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
The ritual is disrupted!
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic.
I owe you my life.
They tortured my poor husband.
This hero means to attack you in Alcarnus. If I were you, I would set a trap at the Kasim outpost. But I am not you. For all I know, you wish to fail me again and force me to kill you. That would grieve me, though somehow I think I could manage it.
Tell me, what shall you do when Maghda is dead?
The Lords of Hell, Belial and Asmodan, plan to invade this world. I will crush their forces and cleave their skulls asunder.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
crazed with starvation from 3 days with no food, but that is no excuse for what we have done. Day 7. I cannot face what I have become. Day 10. I hunger, but I am patient. Someone will come for me, and then I will feed again.
Could it all be the result of the demons we pursue?
Many cities have fallen to such a fate, due to inhuman forces.
It is truly a shame.
I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
This is an age of omens and prophecies. Yours is but one more. You are welcome to fight by my side.
I welcome the chance to travel with you. I will use it well.
Now, to find the Qasim outpost.
You will find it to the north, though it is still some distance away. What I have trained for.
The hounds are distracted. I can take advantage of this.
Blessing from the gods. The cultists threw me down here as a plaything for their vicious beasts. I was forced to hide myself under rotting corpses to save my life. Please, take this for saving me. It is the least I can do.
More fury. This is no illusion. The road is blocked. I must go through the Qasim outpost to the west.
A foulness hangs in the air. We must be getting closer. Look! Just over there! I never imagined such a creature.
We camp, lying in wait for a hero of incredible prowess. My gut churns with the suspicion that we are simply fodder. I have heard tales of this hero wading through our ranks, slaughtering us as if we were children. I will not sleep again tonight, I fear.
A necromancer. I haven't seen one of your kind for many years.
Powerful spirits haunt these ruins. I was not strong enough to defeat them, but I was able to trap them. I fear the Coven that invades the region will try to use the spirits for their nefarious purposes. But if you dare, you can try to put them to rest. Activate the totems to release the spirits, and be prepared to fight. Can you hear their angry voices? Still more remain.
One more left.
The dead are insidious, my friend. Do not forget that.
I should tell the necromancer.
The voices fade. The spirits in this place are calm. I can begin the work of freeing them. The howling of the spirits lessens. You have put them to rest. Wait. Listen. The Coven! We have denied the Coven, but I fear they will find other, darker powers to exploit. Thank you, and go with the blessings of Rathma. 2 decades ago, my mentor faced the forces of evil and emerged victorious. I cannot hope to surpass his achievements, but I will try to bring balance to the raging forces that threaten to tear the world asunder in these days. The spirits are restless near Chaldeum. I must quiet them.
Once in 1,000 years, when the stars align, these ruins open, but only for a short while. There is treasure rumored to lie deep below. Find it fast, or die when the dungeon seals itself for another age.
Serpentine demons are Belial's favored servants, and he has granted them some of his skill in cunning and ease. Deceivers will cloak themselves in the familiar forms of their enemies' companions and friends, waiting to strike when the moment is opportune. It is only then that their true forms are revealed.
strange noises.
Oh, I must practice my spells lest they fail me in the heat of battle. Do they really sound so odd?
Yes.
You found the treasure. I only wish I had your bravery and your skill.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils, and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the Prime Evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the Prime Evils to our mortal realm.
I got some new things. You should take a look. I heard you came here from Tristram. My family came from there. That place has had some very bad luck, hasn't it?
It is too quiet.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Qasim outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
If you need a place to camp until the gates are open, there is room in our cellars, safe from the desert heat.
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
Open the gate. I must get to Alcarnus.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice. A gift from Lord Belial.
It is you who are the sacrifice. He set you here as bait to lure me away from his treachery in Chaldeum.
No! He would never betray me! Strike him down!
Belial is the Lord of Lies, Maghda. But here is the truth. You were dead the minute you killed Cain.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
What happened to my son? The demons came disguised as members of the Imperial Guard. They control our minds, train them to create their illusions.
The Imperial Guard was infiltrated by demons? Or are they all demons?
Has Maghda reached Alcarnus?
Yes. We've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then the sooner you open this gate, the sooner justice will be done. Cain, soon your death will be avenged.
Frontierial. The light of the Seraphim radiates from him.
He was an angel, but he has fallen of his own will to aid us.
You have been blessed by many.
The Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the prime evils in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
I cannot thank you enough.
May your wounds heal swiftly, friend.
I owe you everything.
This is the least we could do.
Look! Just over there! I never imagined such a creature.
I must escape.
Fear not. Coven will be vanquished.
I thought rescue would never come.
Fear not.
Hands up! You can't leave us here!
I will free you.
Sad tales have reached me of your truly abysmal failure to stop the enemy at the casino outpost. But at least the enemy's spy is being found. Once we eliminate her and her allies, this obnoxious little world will fall to me, and perhaps you, if you survive.
Maghda in the flesh. Your illusions cannot protect you now.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
Ready yet? The Coven is undone. Rest easy, Decker Kane.
She was consumed by shadow. It pains me to see it.
When I joined the Coven, it was weak and idle. The leaders were content to do nothing, while the prime evils were imprisoned. I convinced another witch to help me poison them, and together we took control. She left some years later, but I continued, bringing the Coven to glory under Lord Belial.
In her final, desperate moments, Maghda swore that the demon lord Belial would soon rule our world. I am all that stands between him and the end of mankind. Where are you from?
Kingsport, the city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
And your trade?
I am between jobs at the moment.
You did dishonorable work there, didn't you?
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet. Wanted, one relic, scarlet, roughly the size of a man's fist. It was stolen 2 months past during a deplorable theft from the Merchants Guild Bank. Those apprehended were not in possession of the item. The relic is greatly missed by its rightful owner, who offers a reward for its safe return.
You shouldn't waste time chasing women.
Waste? Time is scarcely better spent.
But you do not keep any of them.
I've only found one worth keeping, but she slipped away from me.
Still, you shouldn't bother every other woman who crosses your path.
Well, no. Sometimes they should bother me.
How did you learn to fight?
My brother taught me when we were younger. He thought the crossbow was the best weapon for me since it would give me time to run away if I botched things too badly.
Where is he now?
Oh, he's still in Kingsport. I expect he'll be there a good long time.
How did you become a thief?
Well, that's a long and terrible story that you wouldn't want to hear.
You found something you liked and couldn't afford.
Basically.
Maybe you should be more reasonable in the future.
Oh, there was nothing reasonable about her. Do you ever doubt your choices?
Never.
Things never seem to turn out like I hope they will.
There is always choice.
Try living in the slums before you lecture me.
Perhaps. Do you have any other family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
Is he also a thief?
No. He was a member of the city guard.
That seems odd.
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
Why didn't you become a guard like your brother?
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you were drawn to trouble?
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Until you were a wanted man.
That may have been serious.
You don't speak of how you became a Templar. Were you born to it?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
So you were once a criminal?
Yes. And I am told our Inquisitors had to bend quite a ways down to tear me from my sinful roots.
So, what were your crimes before you joined the Order?
I cannot tell you.
Your Order's Inquisitors didn't cut out your tongue, did they? Out with it!
You misunderstand me. We are literally unable to recall our pasts. The Inquisitors stripped my sins and the memory of them from me, leaving me pure.
I want to hear more about the Templar Order. Why do they make you forget your past?
Our initiation blinds us to our sinful pasts, so that we might clearly see the future and prepare for the final battle.
I see. How do they take your memory away? Sorcery?
I was chained to a wall and beaten. By the third day, I was mad from pain and hunger. That is when the whipping began. I was told I relived all of my transgressions, everything that brought me tainted joy. The whip took away that joy, and the sin, leaving me pure.
So they tortured you. You Templar have strange ideas of what holiness means.
Don't you understand? The Templar Order is trying to protect humanity from extinction. What is my pain against that goal?
I have done things that haunt me, Templar. Things I regret. You regret nothing because your memories were taken from you.
I understand. You wish that you could be cleansed of your sins as I have.
Never. Remembering my past tells me who I am. But you don't remember a damn thing. The Order tells who you are. How do you know the Order's not lying to you about your sins?
I cannot lie. That has occurred to me. But if it were true, it would ruin everything I fight for. Everything. I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my Order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
Blind faith is worthless. If you want to honor your Order, confront your past. Prove they saved you.
I wouldn't know how to begin. How do I seek memories that have been taken from me?
I do not know. My past is burned into me, and I could never forget it.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my Order. I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me something. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed Jondar.
You worry too much, Cormac. Very well. I promise. What now?
I found a journal on Jondar's corpse, written in an ancient Templar cipher. I can translate it. but it will take some time. Perhaps studying his treachery will give me a clue into my past.
Perfect. What is your concern?
Jondar was once a man of faith, devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray himself? Matters not, for I must do this anyway. I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Maghda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
You want to face your sins. That strikes me as a holy act.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. Let us seek honor together, my friend.
How long have you been seeking me?
Well, it was not very easy to find you. I had to search for days. When I woke up alone, I did not know what had happened. I wrote about it a little. You may read more if you wish. I felt no fear when they sealed the tomb before me, only a sense of peace as my mind drifted away into the darkness. It seems I opened my eyes only seconds later and beheld the chamber in ruins, half buried in sand. I have left everything behind. Only hope guides me now.
What was the world like 1500 years ago?
Beautiful cities towered up toward the heavens, but they were full of wickedness. The Vigerai ruled them with wills sharp as stone.
Who were the Vigerai?
A clan of mages, bound more by their lust for power than by blood. I see that their influence has waned in this age.
Was the Prophet one of them?
Oh no, he meant to punish the Vigerai. They were the first to summon demons into this land.
Is this all as the Prophet foretold?
Well, I did not expect you to keep company with a seraph.
You mean the angel, Tyrael?
I knew what he was the instant I beheld him, but being in his presence makes me quite nervous.
Why is that? He is only here to aid us.
We do not deserve it. Tyrael sacrificed all he knew to aid us. I hope it is worthwhile. I welcome the chance to travel with you. I will use this. Magnificent.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
do, you would lead me to exciting and mysterious places. We should encounter the jewel I seek any day now.
How long have you been looking for this jewel?
Oh, quite some time. It's been a great adventure.
Perhaps you would find this jewel sooner if you weren't so careless.
Oh, yes. Well, that. And the jewel changes form from time to time. I can only take so much credit. You try to give a young man some advice, and he assumes you are the Sensei god of thieves, traveling in disguise as an elderly jeweler. I understand his confusion, as I do share certain features.
Is this something your gods do often?
No. Well, yes. Our father god is rumored to delight young ladies by appearing in their bedchambers as a 10-foot warrior.
The people of Shansai worship 59 gods, but few are more revered than Zai, the exiled trickster god who travels the face of the world disguised as a humble merchant. Tales of his adventures range from ingenious thefts and practical jokes to more lurid exploits, none of which I'm comfortable recording here.
Oh, the Jewel of the East! Chaldeum is really quite amazing. I have never seen anything quite like it. And I have seen so many things in my life.
You know it is not actually a jewel.
That explains quite a bit, actually.
Before I killed her, Maghda told me that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah. But at the Qasim outpost, the guards revealed themselves to be serpent demons of Belial.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Ashira of the Iron Wolves can get us to the Emperor. I will speak with her. How did your fall raise the dead? You were an angel.
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it. Chaldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
I have heard it called the Jewel of the East.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
Suffering is what makes us human. You suffer, but you go on.
The human spirit never ceases to amaze me. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes. Hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
What do you think of Chaldeum after your time away?
I told myself I'd never come back here. And yet here I am.
Because of what happened to your father?
Because of what happened to me. Some scars don't heal, and there's no point in scratching at them, is there? The weather doesn't suit me either.
Has Chaldeum changed much since you were last here?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldeum feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
Did you meet your wife here?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Curast. She was... well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
Your wife was a criminal?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
You wed a witch?
Let's talk about this another time.
I stayed outside last night. I tried to ignore the silence, but the empty air felt like an open mouth above my head. Eventually, I realized I had to sleep. If someone was going to kill me, I was already dead. I hadn't slept that well in years.
There ain't no guards around, are there? Good, because I got some new items to show you. Sure, there's more buyers in the city, but I like it up here. Better view. No pesky guards.
Death may be upon us all soon, but I shall do what I can.
Look at the size of that barbarian. It is no wonder he was able to beat those damned cultists in Arcanus.
I can't believe anyone could have survived that out there, let alone defeat those monsters.
I know, but he did it. Attention, subjects of Emperor Hakan II. A trespasser has been sighted in the city sewers. Witnesses describe the suspect as a young woman in a crimson tunic. Reports indicate that she arrived in Caldeum recently, along with a party of suspicious travelers. Any information leading to her immediate capture will be handsomely rewarded by His Eminence.
Amius, is that you? What happened?
Thieving peasants. They came while I was sleeping, pinned me down, and cut off my robes and jewelry.
I'm so sorry, my friend. Come, stay with me. I am sharing a tent with a fine and generous man.
Oh no, I am staying with the guards, sir. You wait and see. That peasant family is going to slit your throat and rob your corpse.
I find all sorts of things down in the aqueducts. I like the shiny ones the best.
These are no random demons summoned by some power-mad sorceress. The demon lords are coming.
From the sculpted sky roads leading to the Imperial Palace, one can see all of breathtaking Caldeum below.
Breathtaking? Before the gates closed, I saw 3 rats and a starving child fighting over half an apple.
It pleases you to exaggerate, I'm sure.
No, it pleases me to pass out drunk in the shade. But here we are.
I wouldn't go over there if I were you. Some poor fellow fell to his death from the walls.
Is there no one to help us? The demons have taken over the desert. How long until they come to Caldeum?
My little Hakan has become so cruel, so paranoid in the last few weeks. I hear that he has ordered all of his staff to leave the city, or he will have them thrown from the walls. He cannot possibly mean me. I have cared for him since he was an infant.
The Emperor is destroying the city. He must come to his senses soon.
To come so close to this wondrous city and not be allowed inside is worse than never seeing it at all.
The Zakarum are behind everything that's going wrong around here. They raised the Emperor, you know.
That treasure could be of use to us.
Most commoners know Chaldean by rep, not content to reign supreme in commerce and religion. The trade consortium Most commoners know Chaldean by reputation, if not direct experience. The trade city has existed for thousands of years, predating even the Mage clan wars. Its neutral stance throughout the following centuries saved it from the destruction that visited the nearby city of Vizjun, and life, along with trade, carried on. The Trade Consortium Council has always been the ruling body of Chaldeum, but it gained additional strength after the fall of the Vigerai. The councilmen saw opportunity in the rapidly growing Zakarum faith, and they allowed the fanatics to build their enormous cathedral, Saldenkal, within the center of the city. Not content to reign supreme in commerce and religion, the Trade Consortium Council aspired to make Chaldeum a nexus of learning.
The Zakarum are behind everything that's going wrong around here. They raised...
Not content to reign supreme in commerce and religion, the Trade Consortium Council aspired to make Chaldeum a nexus of learning as well. It proposed to unite the Mage Academies in a massive new structure, the Ashari Sanctum, which has remained a beacon of knowledge and advancement ever since.
Chaldeum relies on trade to survive. If they keep the city closed for long, it will die.
It's quite difficult to keep the sand out of here. You haven't been out in the desert recently, have you? If only the Emperor and his guard had gone mad sooner. All these people being locked out of the city has really helped my trade.
Why don't you come see Tilnan's new goods? You will not be disappointed, I assure you. In Chaldeum, color means wealth. You don't want to look like a peasant, do you? Why not purchase some of my dyes and give yourself a little color?
We paid tribute to the Emperor for years. He cannot treat us like this.
Captain Ravan, the conditions out here are deplorable. Something must be done to aid these people.
We've been out here for too long. You must let us in.
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Qasim Outpost in Alcanis. You have my thanks. And you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this man has vital information regarding the massacre in the Borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
When the Emperor discovers that you've shut me out here with this rabble, you'll be lucky if he only takes your head.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcanis.
Do not believe those lies. Alcarnis was the work of Maghda and her coven, who served Belial.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Gods, I leave this matter in your hands.
Let us leave before more guards arrive.
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there.
Deserts are so empty.
Does this trouble you?
No. There is a distance between me as well.
There has to be a way into the sewers from here. This leads to the sewers. I found my mother, Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
So Maghda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. Always knew it.
But you never knew her. Be wary, Leah. Things are not as they seem sometimes.
Finish them off.
The Accursed were created when a necrotic plague spread through Kyrgyzstan centuries ago. The infected watched in terror as their flesh blackened and died. The strongest medicines could not stop the decay. Eventually, they fell into a dormant state, and their bodies were piled up in dark and forgotten places where they could rest undisturbed.
I have trained for.
My exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with Adria's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
Adria should be up here.
The electric eels are insidious pests that have taken root in the oases surrounding Caldeum. Known for their stinging strikes, these creatures are particularly dangerous when they attack in large numbers. It is said that raw eel has become a delicacy among Caldeum's elite, but I assure you these rumors are baseless.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone! We know of the three that the Horadrim used to trap the Primeval. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
It is not safe here. Let's move. What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I asked.
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
I will wait until you are ready.
God, and you're so noble about it too. Spare me.
Let us seek honor together, my friend.
You are a bit odd at times.
It is merely the consequence of seeing that which is not readily visible. I have accepted it.
I meant no ill will. I enjoy your company.
Then you have my thanks. Although, perhaps you are right. I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
Time may change your feelings.
That would be nice. But the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that. Let us fight this evil together.
I heard that you were there 20 years ago, when Mount Ariat was destroyed.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
And my homeland with it.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Ariat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
What became of you after you destroyed the World Stone?
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
Were you welcomed as a hero?
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only 2 evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself.
Do you regret abandoning Leah?
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation. It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
How well did you know Cain?
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his Herodric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Had you seen him since then?
Only from afar. From time to time, our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
How did the Imperial Guard find you?
I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Herodrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
We rescued Leah's mother, the witch Adria. She told us of the Black Soul Stone, an artifact that could destroy evil forever. Of all mortals, I have been given the task of retrieving it.
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kulle by the Horadrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return. Zoltan Kulle, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Tyrael said that Zoltan Kulle could not be trusted. Is it wise to ignore the word of an angel?
It will be dangerous, but you have faced great peril before. If Belial and Azmodan invade, you will have much more to worry about than a dismembered wizard.
I don't like dealing with Kulle any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
"300 years ago, I selected Kulle and 6 others to form the Horadrim. He was a great man who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
Why did the Horadrim kill Zoltan Kulle?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Horadrim had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
Tell me more about your wife.
I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
Not many care for witches.
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the Vetchin wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
Disgusting! I've seen that man going in and out of the sewers.
You never can tell with those types.
I think we may have a visitor up ahead.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
Fortunate to have Leah as your ally.
Yes, she has great courage for one so young.
Courage is not defined by age.
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long, but Lyle's guards are constantly watching me.
Emperor Hakan.
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you, but I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the oasis. I can open this gate for you. Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's gods are constantly watching me.
Emperor Hakan.
Forgive me for my behavior at court.
How did this all happen?
There's little I can do. Between my advisors and the Imperial Guard, my every move and action are controlled. I've tried to fight back, but Belial's influence is strong. But now you've given me a chance. Perhaps my only chance.
How can you aid me?
You're here to kill Belial, aren't you? I can help.
You're a child.
I can still fight in my own way. I want my empire back. I will find where Belial is hiding and deliver him to you.
Why should I trust you? You tried to kill us.
I told you it was not my choice. My every move is controlled and I'm surrounded by enemies. But I swear to you, I will help you. I will prove it to you.
Dariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
It is so beautiful.
Though the champions are larger and the lunatics more devastating, it is the shaman priests who lead the fallen. These shrunken, unintimidating demons can easily kill an enemy with their firebolts, but it is their ability to resurrect their imp allies that allows them to command such high respect from their peers. It is easy to focus on the dangerous foes one may encounter on the ground, but the Bloodhawks rule the skies with terrible ferocity. These crimson-winged birds will wait until their prey is at a disadvantage, then swoop down to attack. Watch for their shadows on the nearby terrain, and be prepared to flee quickly.
That is a powerful foe over there. I have ascended.
This darkness makes me tired.
I would think you had slept long enough.
I was only jesting.
Need more time.
To those who doubt my achievements in research, I present my findings on the Dune Dervish. It took me many years to find the truth of these strange, deadly figures. But my sources indicate that they are the cursed remains of mages who summoned a demon far beyond their power to control.
Overwhelm the enemy and seize his companions. There is a witch among them, and another, a girl. Bring them to me along with the Black Soul Stone. They will be searching for the head of Zoltun Kull. Scour the oasis for it. Some old sorcery lingers on the skull, and it must be mine.
A foreboding temptation.
Oh my!
The hunters were the hunted today. Still recharging.
I practiced so long for that.
I've been healed.
get out of here? Thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me. I must flee.
Even here, the serpents hide in the shadows.
I see riches ahead.